Now you have to understand what your culture is. You have to get her back first. Go back on your culture. I said obey the laws of the Most High, and that's the only way we can be together.
ISUPK.
What's the route to take? I used to ask the average man, because everybody else had a chance, right? The religious organization, they had a chance. They're doing it up, you understand? All now so. You think you could tell your grandmother, you understand, that place is evil, boy? You think you can tell anybody, you understand, that going to the mosque, boy, that place is not for you, boy? That place don't have the answer for the black man, boy? You think you can tell a man, you understand, that that's Bible, that you could believe that the solution for the black man is inside there, boy? Give me Exodus 3 and 6, Babakasha. Hear what the Lord do with me now. The Lord watching all this pain and suffering, the so-called black, Hispanic and Native Indian man facing by under Pharaoh, under the oppressor, you understand? Because you are no oppression today, eh? Who would agree that you are no oppression? We are no oppression or not? Or we live in real nice, you know what I mean? We have Tula Island down the road, we have a Rolls Royce park around the corner, we have two jet park up there, snazzy down here, we're going to live it up in Ibiza. We're going to have a real nice time. Who could agree that is the case? If that is not the case, so then we had to check something, we had to do a little, you know what I mean? A little checks and balances, right? So, hear what the Lord said, you know, give it on Exodus 3 and 6 for you.
The book of Exodus 3 and verse 6. Moreover, he said, I am the Lord of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.
Right, so the Lord said, he's telling Moses, moreover, I is the God of your forefather. You know who your father is, and that's how sad it is today. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob is the forefather, this people here. Right, Jacob's sons and them here. Right? So with that now, he's saying, I is only forefather. So we really don't know, and he's going to give you a little bit more backdrop in terms of what the story talking about. We talking about here, when he's seeing the people them facing all this oppression, like we do today, they call it in Egypt, 6,000 years, whatever the cases are going. We don't have a question.
And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God.
We don't. We don't.
And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt.
Right, just like today the Lord said, but I seen all this bacchanal, all this trouble, all the burdens, you follow? All the stress that my people, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man face. And that time I'm watching it, don't feel, you understand, my eye closed, and I just, you know what I mean, letting things pass, and I feel like that go slide. And I put on pajamas, you understand? Like, God, I have a set of Louis Vuitton pajamas somewhere. So don't feel that there's no going to, I see what's going on for people that time, and look what I tell you today, same way. We don't, Babakasha.
And have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters.
And boy, I hear the cry, I see what the taskmaster them doing all there, you know? I see how the oppressor them, you understand, making sure they make it real hard to survive in the society, you know? I see no going on. When certain men, when the cases playing their right, you 1% of them, and you know they put them chops on them and said, you know, hey, when I go to the bank, you follow, I know I'm not teaching you nothing about no finance. I know that for sure. So I'm making sure the Lord saying, you feel right, all right, and they putting all them chop on them and said to my people on them, okay, read on Babakasha. The Lord said, I see it, don't you mean see it, read on.
For I know their sorrows, and I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians.
Right, so just like the Lord saying, what happened to the Egyptians and them? So let me ask you something now. What did happen to the Egyptians and them that time? Anybody else feel they shouted anything? What did happen with the Egyptians that time? The Egyptians them went off scotch-free. A little reminder now to all the oppressors of society today. Just like the Egyptians happened, what happened to the Egyptians, and we know there's a accurate historical record. What do you feel going to happen when you continue to do this madness? When you decide, well boy, I sit down, I on top of things now, I the boss. I run things. So I go do black people, Hispanic people, and Native Indian people, why do you feel I want it? What do you feel going to happen to you, boy, when dies the money you have, boy? What do you feel is your portion? You go slide now, you okay, man? What happened to Pharaoh, boy? Pharaoh thought you was real bad too? We don't, Babakasha.
And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of the land unto a good land, and a large unto a land flowing with milk and honey.
Right, so that when the Lord promised us, and here we go, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. I know that the kind of pressure that we face in here, it ain't nice. It ain't nice at all. If all I know, well, boy, who it is they're going to choose when they want to do something wicked in society, who is the people I get advantage? Let me talk the truth. Who it is they get advantage? Who is the easiest target? Who is the easiest target? I know. So here we're going to ask your brothers and then come and show you something today. This is the mission we come to show black, Hispanic and Native Indian. Pick up on what it is. Because once you pick up on this and get to really understand what we era is, now all that feelings that come in with all the liberty we were seeking, that will stop. But the only way for that to stop is for you to understand this. Understand what it happened with we when we had the time and the Lord watching all the sorrows, all the affliction, all the pain, all the murders, all the full of the jail right now is our SOE. And I don't know exactly if that is the truth what they're talking about with all these men and them, but here we're going on. Here's how you cannot put yourself in position for them to advantage you. Now you have to understand what your culture is. You have to get her back first. Go back on your culture. I said obey the laws of the Most High, and that's the only way we can be together. That's how the Lord can say, alright, you would not be, you understand what you call it, a easy bait. You follow in that whole system. No, you can't get up in that. The Lord said, hey, me forget you don't feel I have a closet full of Louis Vuitton pajamas, you understand? And Versace pajamas, you know. I watch what your president doing all there, you understand? In that time, when Pharaoh in Egypt in 5,000 years and today, and all of them will side with your president. Don't feel, you understand, the Lord laying that side, we can't be so. Don't feel like that God is the God of the dead. No, sir. It's the God of the living. And remember that. Read it, Baba Kasha.
The book of Exodus 24 and verse 3. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice and said all the words which the Lord had said we will do.
Read that last part again. What we say we going to do?
All the words which the Lord had said we will do.
Somebody words.
All the words which the Lord had said we will do.
Now, why you feel like doing?
All the words which the Lord had said we will do.
That is the agreement that the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child make with God. God, we are not Pharaoh, we are not all his punishment. We see what's going on, and he deliver we. So we say, alright, we agree, this is what we're going to do. You understand that contract seal? So God say, alright, no problem. Reading on, rolling on. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1, Baba Kasha. You say, well, good. Since we on the same page then, since God, you understand, see what going on, we burdens and we afflictions on all the oppression, right? Like today, that going on in society, and he gone, God answer we pray. So he give we our freedom, a little breather from the Egyptians and everything. So we decide, alright, God, if there's the case, there's the contract here, right? No problem, I no problem with that. The judgment that you said, if the punishment fight, I have no problem with that, rocking it here. Alright, be good. Right? This is something that the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, we have to remember this. Alright, read it on, Baba Kasha.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, so alright. So the Lord say, you obey me, I'm going to make sure that you are on top of society. Nobody is going to do like what they're doing today. because they agree to the contract. So the Black Hispanic, Native Indian man, woman and child say, alright, God, you understand? So or thank you for seeing we pain, and you're just not going on with we in society with Pharaoh at 6,000 years ago and what's going on today. And you don't say, alright, you obey me, I'm going to bless you. You understand? I'm going to make sure you're not in nobody harm's way for them to take advantage of you. That's not going to happen. So here we go now. We forget that the contract we signed. Black, Hispanic, Native Indian man, woman and child, we forget the contract we signed. We agree to that. We tell God, well, yeah, we're rocking it here. You understand? We're rocking it here and we're doing what they're saying. But you're going just up to 15, he give you a 1 and 2. You say, alright, no problem. You hear all my judgments on them. I tell you, Leviticus, X, Y, Z, bam, 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 bam. This is the punishment for this, that, the other, right? No problem. But I'm telling you again, you have fair warning. So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, again, you have fair warning. Woman and child. At that time, because you're going on, this year, this is the fault you follow. This is what making we trip up other people. This is what messing with other people, because them, religious leaders and them, don't want to put you in program. They don't want you to understand what you agree to. Who you is and where you're supposed to. And you is not supposed to get free from this place, according to them. They're supposed to be able to do so and pay you the least, you understand, advantage you, call the cockroach and all that, and create the problem so that they can run in with their officers and all that, and then put the crime on you. But when you go to slavery and all that, and nobody show you, X, Y, Z, this is your problem here, that is your problem here, this way you're doing wrong, this way you're doing wrong. You follow? And then now, seeing that they release you now in a place after all that torment, and you don't know how to function, you don't know who you is, what you're supposed to do. You follow? What does happen if you're not doing this, if you're not doing that? What do you feel will happen? And here how done we as other people, as religious leaders, we now going under the same oppressor and coming up with that education to come and trying to do what?
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Yeah, Babylon is falling. To rise no more. Babylon is falling. To rise no more. Falling. To rise no more. To rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's real every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit.